Hi, guys.
All right. All right, guys, we are live at the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship press conference event, getting ready to start right now. All the people that are supposed to be at the podium are at the podium.
Hello, everybody. I'm Brian Socia. We'd like to welcome you to the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presser presented by Fusion CBD Sports Water. It's all the benefits you need for fast muscle recovery. You can visit cbdproducts.com for more. A special thank you to Dan Lambert and the entire family here at American Top Team for allowing us to host our press conference at this amazing facility today. We really appreciate it. A lot of stuff going to be covered today. We're going to be talking about the monumental signing of Paige you see sitting up here right now, former UFC superstar. Also going to be talking about Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 12, which takes place in Daytona on 9/11/2020. 9/11/2020. That's 19 years, if you can believe it, after that tragic day. And we here at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, we're never going to forget that day. And we want to make sure you're never going to forget that day as well. That's why we're so proud to honor the men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice at that event. And just make it a very strong patriotism event. People are going to honor guys like, and women too, Travis Mannion. He was a Marine that ran out and jumped in front of enemy fire to save his fellow service members. I want to say that again because I get choked up when I read the story, and I want you guys to understand this. This proud American jumped out, oncoming bullets at him, enemy fire, and he gave his own life for the safety of his fellow service members. I think, and we all think that's an amazing thing he did. So we're proud to announce a partnership with the Travis Mannion Foundation. You're going to hear more about that at BKFC 12, which, by the way, it features a great event. I mean, a great bout sheet. A longtime UFC veteran, the contender, and world title challenger, Thiago Pitbull Alves, headlines the event as he takes on former Pride fighting and UFC legend, Phil Near Badass Baroni. The co-feature will have the former Cuban judo Olympian, first ever Bellator champion, and UFC contender, Hector Lombard, battling former longtime UFC contender, Kendall the Spider Grove. Now, here to talk more about that and everything else that's going on. A lot of stuff's been happening with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. We're very proud of that. We're also proud of the man that leads us, President David Feldman. Thank you for coming out today, and thanks for being here with us.
Thanks so much, Brian. Yeah, it's a great time for our company. A lot of things are really happening positively for us. First, I'd like to send a very special thank you to my man Danny from Fusion CBD for all. We got a great product, and thank you for your support. Also to Dan Lambert from American Top Team, thank you for hosting us and always being very supportive of our growing organization. And as you mentioned, we are partnering with the Travis Mannion Foundation. Travis was the ultimate patriot, and he did what he had to do to save his troops and to save the people that he was on the front lines with. And we take our hat off to Travis Mannion, and it's a tremendous honor to be partnered with such a foundation that benefits so many fallen soldiers and their families and everything that they've been through. So we're very happy to announce that partnership. And we are also very happy to announce that we are going to be doing a very, very special 9/11 tribute on 9/11/2020 at BKFC 12. We are we want to let everybody know that BKFC, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, 100% supports America and what they stand for, and the people that are on the front lines, and the men and women that gave the ultimate sacrifice on that day 19 years ago to fall victim to terrorism as we did. So that's enough of what we're going to talk about for 9/11 right now. right now I'd like to make a very, very special announcement. We are so happy to have this addition to the BKFC family, and we call it family because we're all growing together and everything seems to be really, the synergies are working very well for everybody that we're bringing on board right now. And as this next person I'm going to announce gets to work with us and see how we're built, she's going to understand that this is a very great family and this is a great partnership. And these partnerships only work when it's a win-win proposition, and we feel as though it's a win-win proposition for us. So we're very, very happy to announce the official signing and the addition of former UFC superstar, BKFC at Bare Knuckle FC Fighter now, at Bare Knuckle FC Fighter, Paige Van Zandt.
And obviously I'm really excited to be here and officially be a part of the family. I've spoken about it and this has been in talks ever since I was a free agent. So this is kind of where I felt the most passionate about, and then it completely lined up with what I wanted and what they wanted, and we were able to really create a happy partnership. And I do think we're both very excited. It's a win-win for both of us, and I can't wait to get my first matchup, and we're already in talks of when that might be. And yeah, super excited about the opportunity, and I hope to be a part of your guys' family, not only just in my fights, but also outside of it. And I think you'll see a lot of me around the BKFC family. So thank you.
Thank you, Paige. We appreciate that. We're so excited to have you here. We're excited to produce these amazing events like BKFC 12. And we're going to get to your questions in just a couple minutes. We have to get a couple questions in first, then we'll invite you to step up to the microphone as you ask your questions. The first thing we want to talk about is what a great event it's going to be. The Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, on September 11th. We're excited to do with the Patriots, as we were saying, and some great fighting action as well. Matter of fact, we have one of those great fighters here with us right now. We're going to talk to him first. We'll be taking on Kendall the Spider Grove. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Hector Lombard. Yeah. Now, Hector, a lot of questions I'm sure people are going to have for you. Just some of the ones that I have for you. I want to know, how did you feel fighting your first time against David Munda?
I feel great, and it was a bit kind of like a different feeling because it's a different sport. But in this fight, I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna go through Kendall Grove, and you're gonna see it happen.
Okay. Well, since you're talking about Kendall Grove now, which leads me to my next question. What are your thoughts on fighting Kendall Grove? You're stepping back in the ring. You'll be fighting him on September 11th. How do you feel about that?
I feel great, and like I say, I can make him stand with Kendall Grove. He's a little taller than me, so I'm gonna pick it apart with body shots first, and then go to the head.
All right, we thank you for that. It's a great way of looking at it. And we're going to, again, get back to questions for everybody after we get through this. So I also want to talk about our other fight, one of the featured fights, the featured fight. Of course, Thiago Pitbull Alves taking on Phil New York Badass Baroni. And thank you for being here with us today, Thiago. We appreciate that.
It's my pleasure.
Pleasure to have you here as well. After a long, highly successful career at UFC, what led you to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship?
When you do something for such a long time, it became kind of routine. I already knew what to do. When I get there on Monday, went through the whole process. So I wasn't as excited as I am right now to compete in this new sport. It's a badass organization, and I'm excited to get up there and throw knuckles. I think that's going to be exciting. The way I see it's like I'm walking with my wife, somebody try to grab my butt. So that's freaking out.
All right, there you go. And that's the great thing. A lot of people are excited to be here with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. How do you see the fight with Phil Baroni breaking down? I mean, what do you see with that? What do you feel with that?
Well, I feel I'm gonna knock him the F out. That's the plan. That's always gonna be the plan. I have 2 minutes, 1 minute rest. I know it's gonna be a little bit of adjustment because it's gonna be sprint at 2 minutes, but being used to fight 15 minutes of high pace, and then you cut it up to 2 minutes with 1 minute rest in between. Let's go, So I don't know how it's gonna play out. It's just the reality of it. I know I'm gonna be ready to throw down 10 minutes, and I know Phil's gonna come ready too. So I know somebody's gonna get knocked out.
Okay, well, that's a great way of looking at it. Well, again, we'll get to your questions in just a little bit, but first, I want to talk to Paige Van Zandt. Our recent big signing, you've seen it on social media, everybody's talking about it. Paige, you said earlier that your heart was in bare knuckle fighting championship the whole time. What led you to bare knuckle fighting championship? Why? Why was that in your heart?
Yeah, so ultimately I knew there would be a few big players in the game when I became a free agent, and we had a mutual friend, Sean Lula, who works with BKFC, and he gave me a call, and we had worked together. We'd commentated in the past, and he actually asked me if I would ever want to commentate alongside him, and I, of course, was excited about the opportunity. Unfortunately, it never happened, but then he called again when I was a free agent and said, hey, I want you to join BKFC for sure, like full time. So, I looked at the organization, saw what they stood for, and, in my MMA career, I was very accomplished. I was in the UFC for almost 6 years, and now I feel like it's the perfect opportunity to open that next chapter. And it's not necessarily a move backwards for me, it's a move laterally. It's a whole new obstacle. It's a new opportunity for me, and that's what really excites me. And it's true, no, I'm not the veteran that Thiago is, but in the UFC, I am a veteran. It did become repetitive, whereas this, I'm so excited, and like the nerves are already set in of what it's going to be like on my first fight, and I'm excited for that.
We're excited for it too, and if you've been following social media, you've seen there's tons of different opinions on your signing. Everyone's got something different. Some people say the same stuff. Everyone's got an opinion. It's polarized. So what are your thoughts on the fans' response to your signing? Some saying that, oh my gosh, she's beautiful and she's getting her face busted up. Do you take that personally? How do you feel with that?
I mean, if all of us chose jobs based on what we looked like, we probably wouldn't be doing what we love to do. So it's just not necessarily something that even is a thought for me. I got into MMA when I was about 15 years old, and not once did I think like, oh, I might not look good in a few years. But the great thing is I'm already married, so it doesn't matter how ugly I get, he's stuck with me. So not a concern.
I'd like you to discuss your striking skills and how that's going to work to your advantage with bare knuckle fighting championships. Do you feel that will?
Definitely. I've always versed myself as a striker. That's where my passion's been. My entire career, wrestling has always been something I knew I needed to work on, but didn't necessarily want to. With this, I wake up every single day and I'm like, I can't wait to strike. I can't wait to work with my coaches. I can't wait to get better at striking. And additionally, the love for boxing. I also have a very good Muay Thai background, so being able to do the clinch work and stuff that is in BKFC, I feel like it's going to be a huge advantage for me. I love my clinch game. That's something I've been working for the past 3 or 4 years, working strictly Muay Thai. So I do feel I'm going to be able to bring that in and have a lot of success with that.
When you're saying your clinch game, you've been working on it, it's very important, as you were just saying. So I'm going to put you on Front Street, Main Street here. When do you think you'll be ready for your first bare knuckle fighting championship fight?
Yeah, we actually, my husband and I just moved here, so we're going to be working out of American Top Team here in Coconut Creek. I'm hoping that, we get something lined up. I'm excited to see when that is. I'm already doing 6 days a week of straight boxing. I was able to communicate with Thiago, and he kind of pointed me in the right direction of coaching and getting me everything I needed and set up here, since it's a new location. But I already feel like we're part of the family, and it really won't be long until I feel confident and comfortable taking a fight.
Very good answer. So I want to know, aside from fighting, is there anything else you have planned with bare knuckle fighting championship? I know you mentioned earlier about maybe commentating. That's how kind of this relationship started. What else do you envision aside from fighting at bare knuckle fighting championship?
Yeah, of course, commentating was already something that we had spoken about, and that's something I hope that they open up the opportunity for me to do. And I just feel like I have a lot of talents outside of just fighting. I love fighting. That is my main passion. But I also know I'm very good at multitasking, and I would love to really become a part of the family. And when I was talking through negotiations, we did have a lot of really good offers, one that were completely comparable to this one. But what we spoke about and what I really loved is that they wanted me to be a part of the family and be able to work with them and become a face of the organization. I want to be able to utilize the other skills I have, and that is TV and camera work. And I'm excited to do that too.
Barry, we're excited to have you here, and you said become a part of the family. You are a part of the
Yes.
family, Paige Van Zandt, your bare knuckle fighting championship. We love you being a part of the family.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here with us. Media, as we're here, we're going to start taking some questions. When you're ready, you can step up to the mic at your media outlet. Anybody who'd like to form a line, you can go. Whoever wants to go first. Son,
You step up.
step up to the mic, my man, and get your media outlet. And your question.
Sans Man Blackboard Report. Hector, my brother. Okay, we've known each other for a long time. Got a good question for you. Look, I see more and more fighters going into their early 40s and still competing at high level. What makes you think, and what gives you the preparation for you to step up to that same level in bare knuckle fighting?
I want to use the platform first to mention something before I answer your question. I'm proud to be part of bare knuckle, and one of the reasons why is because we have so much division in this country, and you see all these companies. It's cool to be kneeling to the national anthem, to embrace more racial issues. And come on, we don't have no racial issues in this country. Yeah, because some police fucked up or individuals do crazy shit. It's gotta be jeopardized by everybody. We have a black president. We have so many, from senators to politicians to mayors to governors, they're black. And what bothers me in the news, you always see like systemic racism. I'm like, come on, you have no clue what systemic racism is. If we would have systemic racism, half of the people wouldn't be here today in this room at all. So I think like some athletes need to step up and instead to embrace that bullshit. They need to stop because there's a lot of kids that they're looking up to, whether you can be a movie star or an athlete or a celebrity. They're looking up to you. So I'm happy to be part of a company that want to do something for the 9/11. I haven't seen any company out there that done that. I haven't seen any company that support our men and women in uniform. And they do a terrific job to keep our country safe and to keep every single one of us safe. And it's not right what the people are doing.
Thank you very much. Next person, like to step up, please. Your media outlet, your name, and your questions.
How you doing? I'm Chris from Cage out of Christopher Jane. First of all, so happy you guys are all here today in Coconut Creek. For Hector, how does it feel to be, for the first time ever, not the prettiest person at the table? I mean, that honor goes to Thiago, of course.
I think that's gotta go to that lady. No funny.
All right, so David, I spoke to you BKFC 11. We were in Mississippi. I asked you a direct question about Paige Van Zandt, and you deflected it very well when I said, so is there any truth to the rumors? And you were like, I wish there were. Well, here we are today. So obviously that was in the works all along. Tell us exactly for you how that truly came to fruition with you and Paige the first time you spoke.
Well, it happened on two different fronts, actually. One was a good friend of mine, and one of our commentators, our lead commentator, is Sean Willock, had commentated with Paige in the past, and he had mentioned that let's get Paige on board to commentate. So we reached out to them, and the schedules just conflicted, and she wasn't able to commentate for us. And then as she was fighting in July, for sure.
That's a question.
Whenever she fought last overseas, we knew that she was becoming a free agent, so Shauna reached out to us again and said, hey, she's a free agent, or she's about to become a free agent. I think it'd be a great time. So we made the move. Dean Toole, actually, he owns Island Pikes, as you know him very well. You ring announced for him. He reached out to us, and he had a great relationship with first round management and Malky Kawa, and he thought it was a great idea that we reach out as well. We talked internally. We made an initial offer, and of course, if anyone knows Malky, that offer probably doubled. But what we look at is it's great to have Paige Van Zandt with us. Paige Van Zandt is not just I consider a very, very good fighter. She's a very talented fighter. She has a great social media following. I would consider almost an A-lister as she's out there. She's on Good Morning America. She was Dancing with the Stars. What else I really want to say about Paige, though, is Paige, with all those things that I just said, doesn't have to do this, right? There's a lot of offers on her table. So how can you not take your hat off to someone that wants to test himself and challenge himself? Because how do you become great? You become great by challenging yourself. And she's challenging herself here for greatness. And I think that greatness is going to come out, and this is going to be a very, very big win-win proposition for everybody involved here. So we're very happy to have her on board.
Yeah, and obviously I'm going to throw it out there. I'm guessing she's the biggest financial signing you guys have had so far. The reports are a multi-million-dollar deal, somewhere in the upwards of $3 and $4 million with incentives if she goes out there and beats the crap out of people, and she does what she's supposed to do. So is that number true?
It's a good deal for her. A very, very good deal for her, and it can be extra lucrative if the deal works and she performs well and we perform well, and it's a great relationship. It can be a very, very lucrative deal for her. But I think she's smiling underneath that mask because it's a great deal for her and for us. It's not a one-sided deal. She has deliverables. She's going to deliver on them, and we're going to deliver to her financially. And I think we're both going to be very, very happy parties at the end of this relationship.
Thank you. My next question for Thiago. A few months back, I was out front. I came here to interview Luis Antonio Pena, and we had a conversation in the parking lot, and we were talking about you possibly going to one or to the Pro Fight League. And BKFC never crossed my mind, and it never crossed your lips. Was that already in the works going back then, or was that something that came up after you and I spoke out here in front?
No, it came out after. I was in talk with the different organizations. And, the number wasn't right, wasn't what I wanted, and plus, I know there's life outside of, biggest organization, MMA, UFC, but I wasn't as excited to do what I do, when you've been so long competing at the highest level, the biggest thing out there, to go from that to another, to a different organization, if the money is not perfect, and it wasn't the case, and then Malky Kawa, the man, the myth, the legend, got in contact with BKFC, and they made an offer I couldn't refuse. And at the same time, it's something new. I've been around for a very long time. I fought for the belt. I was 25 years old, and I was a kid. I came here, I was 19 years old. I spoke no English. I had $50 to my name, so everything happened very fast for me. When I caught myself, thing kind of passed. I had a lot of injuries, It was a awesome journey, but I'm excited now that I have a new beginning, in this badass organization. I know better. I know my mistakes that I've done in the past, and I'm excited to be here to be a part of this, to help grow this sport, to grow this business. And I want to make history. I'm ready for violence. I'm ready for blood. I was talking to Paige. If you look good, you look good. So I'm not worried about cuts or anything. We have a lot of great plastic surgeons here. So you guys see me at the end of my career with hair and all the time blonde, don't judge me. But all jokes aside, I'm ready. I'm excited. And I'm here to become a champion.
Awesome. And Paige alluded to it, and your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is top notch and everything. And Paige alluded to not having to go into the wrestling room every day and now just working your strike. Does that give you a sense of relief that you're just worrying about just throwing these hands like the guys did at Gregor White's ass?
Dude, this is awesome lifestyle. You don't have to worry about guys trying to elbow you, knee you, kick you, or you're not. Most of your injuries, especially in MMA training, happens in the wrestling, live wrestling. That's when I got most of my injuries. You don't have to worry about that. I feel like I'm a playboy now with combat sports. I was been a playboy. want to go basketball, but I'm like, I don't get hurt. You know, I come in, I throw hands, you know, I do my strength conditioning, I do my cardio. I look good, I feel good. I go home, I come back, I coach, and I'm feeling great all the time. Nothing's hurting, you know, nothing. It's compared to the load I was putting in my body. This is amazing. That's why I'm excited, and I'm ready to do damage. Just how it goes.
Well, we're all excited, or everybody here is excited to see you go to work in the BKFC squared circle. So congratulations on coming aboard. And now for Paige, first of all, the first time I've ever met you, so nice to meet you. Glad you're here. So your life has been a whirlwind. You went overseas, you fought, you knew it was your last fight. In the last, I'd say 6 months, you fought in the UFC, you signed a deal with FRN, you moved down here to South Florida. You signed with BKFC. Somebody told me you're singing the Super Bowl national anthem this year. I mean,
Definitely not.
the whole whirlwind of your life. I mean, everything that's going on right now. How do you deal with all of the everything around you? Because everything's just popping for you real quick. And of course, the cool videos you make with your husband, the pictures you take on Instagram and Snapchat, you know, posed up.
No, honestly, it's not easy for me. You know, when people say I can do anything, I always do something that has to do with my looks. That's absolutely not true. I can do anything I want because I was in college when I was 16. There's so many other things that I could be doing with my life, and I choose to do this. But at the same time, I do have, you know, I mean, I'm well versed in multitasking. There's a lot of things I can do and many hats I can wear. I'm excited that the thing that worked out for me is my passion. You know, I could go to school and choose to do something that would be me working behind a desk and using other skills that I have, but this is my passion. And it just plays into the fact too that I do have these other skills that I can bring to the table. I feel like if you're doing what you love, you're not working at all. And people just like to see me doing what I love.
Yeah, and you know, obviously Beck Rollins is here. You fought her in the UFC, you knocked her out. But former champion Christina Ferreira has already said she wants to fight you. Helen Peralta has mentioned your name. Basically, every girl on the promotion. So, is there somebody that you have your eyes on right now that you want to have as your debut fight here with BKFC?
Definitely not. You know, I feel like the same. It's almost the same as when I was in the UFC. I still get that. Everyone's kind of calling me out, and I'm excited. That means I'm wanted, and that means that I'm going to be a relevant name even before I've had my first fight. So I'm really excited to see who I get matched up first. I know that stuff that, you know, my manager and they'll have communications with and figure out who that first person is. But whoever it is, I know I'm going to be ready because, you know, I have changed so much because I'm so committed to this. Ultimately, when I knew I was signing the deal, I moved right away. This is what I need to be doing and focused on. We moved here to get me ready, and 6 days a week I'm boxing. I'm doing 2 practices a day. It's amazing to be able to spark my passion again, and I think you're going to be able to see that. And it is so true, like, you know, as a fighter, we love to throw hands. I just want to go punch somebody, and that's what we get to do. You don't have to think about all the other things and the other variables. This is like basic math for me, and I'm excited to show off my skill.
And you said there was a bunch of offers on the table. You know, I know Bellator, your husband fights there. Were any of them close to being as lucrative financially for you as what David Feldman and BKFC brought to the table?
Yeah, they were, and that's why, you know, it was a few days where we were like, all right, what do we do? Obviously, I love my husband, and it'd be awesome to fight for the same promotion as him. It would be, I guess, easier, necessarily for careers, but for me, this is what I wanted to do, and my passion was here the entire time. So it was hard to convince a few people at first that this was the one I wanted, but you know, after a good talk with my manager, my husband's like, all right, this is where I'm meant to be as well. So we're both very excited.
That's all. And you brought up management to be the last one I have for you. You signed with first round management, Malky Kawa and Abe Kawa, and like Dave said, you know, the first offer they made you probably got doubled because that's how Malky gets stuff done. Thiago's laughing over the mask because he knows.
Yeah.
How integral were they in getting you to this deal? And do you think this deal would have happened without first round?
You know, I think that obviously I do think no matter who I had managed, they were going to come up with an awesome offer. Of course, it's all about having the right team behind you. And I feel right now in my career, I have the perfect team behind me. I have the right management team. I have the right team in the training room. I feel like everything has finally lined up, and I'm going to be set up for many, many years of success, especially because I'm only 26. This is the prime of my career. I haven't even started to reach my peak athletically. And, you know, finally with the right team and the right matchups, we're going to really be able to show that off.
Well, thank you everybody for being here today. Last question for you, David. just in general, how happy are you now that, the vision you wanted, BKFC is, come to fruition? It's got the drive behind right now. It's rolling forward. Had the pandemic not come, who knows where it would be right now with you guys, but just in general, just to give us a, 60-second state of the union of your thoughts on everything BKFC. Thanks.
I mean, we're in a phenomenal spot. We worked on this project for 10 years. We had 28 states slam the door on us. Nobody wanted to give us a chance. Finally, June 2nd, 2018, Brian Patterson of Wyoming gave us a chance. This is just, you can never listen to no. If you want something,
Let's go.
Let's go,
if you want something as,
Let's go, champ.
really, really hard and you work your asses off, you get it. And here we are right now, in August of 2020.
We're not gonna put the champ on the card.
Soon, champ.
Huh?
Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
Shannon
We're
Briggs in the
gonna put the
house.
champ on the
Shannon
card.
Briggs in the house. So, with that being said, right now in August of 2020, we're the fastest growing sport on the planet. We truly are. We're growing exponentially. We're doing great signings, and now a lot more people are taking us seriously, and we're doing what we have to do to grow this company. And I think that within another 2 years from now, we've been in business for 2 years and 2 more years. I think we're a major player in combat sports.
Any other questions from the media? Step up to the mic.
Dave, I got another question for you. It's got a tremendous fan base down here, talking so forth. We're antsy to see you come back and bring us another fight, okay? Or 2, or 3. When can we see?
The champ.
When can we see? The champ.
The champ.
And Hector, okay, and Paige, and Thiago. When can we see them down here?
As soon as this pandemic clears up a little bit better with COVID down here and we're able to open up and do events down here, this will be the first place we come.
Actually, you didn't answer my question. I
I was
appreciate what you
going
said.
to, but
Yeah.
they shut me off.
It's all good, it's all good. I appreciate what you said, though.
I don't
All
feel old, but
Oh, yeah.
that's what I think.
I know. But look, man, how do you maintain this longevity at such a high level? And you can go, if I want to go back to here, I can go. If I want to move forward, I can go. Any promotion wants you on any of their cards. What makes this now, okay, for you, something that you want to do? I mean, that you're looking forward to, because I see you're antsy about it, okay, and you love the experience, but go ahead.
Like I said, I don't feel old.
I didn't say you're wrong.
When I feel old, trust me, I won't do this. Just trust me, I have a bunch of shit going on. Yeah, I'm super smart, believe me. But yeah, I feel good, and as long as I feel good, I gotta do it. I like Bernacle, first for what the company stands for, as I mentioned to you. Second, because I wanted to do it. I want to fight Bernacle. It's not because anything else. I just wanted to fight Bernacle. I wanted to do it all before I retire. So yeah, that's the answer.
Thank you.
So my question's for us. My name is Steve from the Fighter News. So Hector, you have 3 people up here, including yourself, all fought MMA. You're the only experienced bare knuckle fighting championship fighter. What advice do you have to Paige and Thiago?
I'm sure they gotta be great. It's like I said, it's all mental. They already have the mentors, friends. They've been through so many UFC fights, so many other promotions they fall into. So it's just like a small transition, because once you're a fighter and you put it in your mind, that's it. And they already have that in they have the strength. Fighters are very unusual human beings. So yeah, I'm 100% sure they're gonna do really well.
Just don't get hit, right? Straighten out.
It's part of the game. If you get hit, you get hit. Yeah, they're not gonna be, it's part of the game. They've been used to that, so it's nothing new to them.
Yeah, and Paige, so Christopher mentioned a lot of people that fight already at the bare knuckle. of those people have looked at their videos and said, I want to fight that girl?
No, I definitely haven't yet. Of course, when I was making my decision on what organization I wanted to sign with, of course, I went and watched as many bare knuckle fights as I could and kind of saw what Monster was getting into. So I've watched a lot of fights. I don't necessarily know anybody by name yet. Beck Rawlings is somebody who I have fought in the UFC in the past. So seeing her, actually watched her whole career here, and I was like, wow, that's really neat. That's like something very exciting that she's doing. So I'm really excited I kind of get to do that because I watched her whole career here too, and she had a lot of success. So
We wish you luck.
thank you.
Once again, Chris from KHR, Chris from Game. Dave, you know, I don't want to take any shine from the people on the podium, but behind us here in the crowd is the new Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 155-pound champion, Luis Palomino, and the Bare Knuckle Beast, Jim Allers, is in the house, who's undefeated. They were supposed to fight. Jim had some stuff with his coach, so he backed down the fight because of health reasons for everybody involved, including all those in the promotion. When are we going to see these two step in the ring? And is Daytona a possibility? September 11th for the belt.
We're gonna see that soon, because Daytona is not a possibility for that fight. It's gonna happen later on this fall. We'll announce it officially any day, but it's gonna be a tremendous fight. I mean, we got Jim, who feels he's, you know, should be the uncrowned champion right now. We got Luis Palomino, who is the crowned champion right now. And they know each other, they were friends, and now they have some animosity, and I'm sure they're gonna settle inside that square circle. And you know, the promotion, and I think the fans are really, really looking forward to that matchup. I think that's gonna be a part of actually a fight where that Paige is gonna be on, so it's gonna be a tremendous time.
Awesome. And somebody that you've been associated with pretty much since the beginning, Anthony Rumble Johnson. We all thought one day we were gonna see him go bare knuckle. They announced yesterday that he's going back into the testing pool for USADA. He'll be making his way back to the UFC. Give us your thoughts on him going back to the UFC, and you know, maybe when he's done there, comes back here and takes the gloves off for you.
You know, whatever works out for Rumble. Rumble's a great guy. We have a great relationship, not just a business relationship, a friendship. He was at my wedding. He's a really, really good guy. He's got a great heart, and I wish him the best. And I think the UFC is a great avenue for him. He's going to make a lot of money there. And then who knows? Maybe he, you know, he wants to smarten up and take them gloves off one day.
No pressure.
So, Anthony, while you're over there, whatever happened to you taking the gloves off and doing the bare knuckle thing, and why is now the right time to go back to the UFC?
Well, I got fat. Honestly, I miss the sport. You know what I mean? I miss the sport. I miss competing. So I know at one point I was against guys coming back from retirement. You know, you usually see them get mopped up. You know, BJ Penn came back, got mopped. I've seen everybody that came out of retirement get mopped up. I just don't want to be one of those guys to get mopped up, but I still feel good. I have no injuries. While I was in the UFC, I didn't really get hit much unless I lost, and that wasn't often. But you never know. You know, I got a couple more fights on my contract with UFC. And then after that, you know, I may fight for it.
And it is light heavyweight you're going back to, correct?
Yeah, light heavyweight. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. These guys in bare knuckle are different kind of beasts. I mean, I think we're bad, you know, MMA fighters are, you know, badasses, but if you get punched with some knuckles, it takes a different type of mentality to like that. And I don't like it. So we'll see. We'll see. I respect the hell out of each and every individual up here because it takes a lot of heart and pride and just toughness to be up here. You know, I'm trying to find the right words to fit these caliber athletes. I can describe an MMA fight and what they're about. These bare knuckle fighters right here do just something different. They're crazy. You know, but I like crazy. And the world is crazy right now, so why not join everything and have some fun, give some people, you know, join the movement of craziness and just have some fun. You know what I mean? Clear everybody. This MMA and sports is what brings society together. So we need this. You know what I'm saying? So you give people some entertainment, some teeth missing, some blood flying everywhere. It brings some happiness. You know what I'm saying? So why not give it to them with bare knuckle fighting?
Awesome. Well, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's up, guys? Joe, MMA Uncensored.
I'll start with the president, Dave. Dave, a lot going on, obviously, with the global pandemic, but you've got a lot done. Big signings like Paige, Thiago, Hector, Shannon Briggs, and then the zone deal. What's been going on behind the scenes during this pandemic that you've been able to forge forward and get all this stuff done?
We were just moving so fast. I think we had a chance, to really regroup and focus on where we wanted to go, and not just enjoying the ride. And we focused on where we wanted to go. And it's been great to be a part. It's been great to be an upstart organization, and now it's great to be a big player in the major organizations, and that's what we are. We put on some great fights. We're competing for some of the biggest free agents in combat sports right now. And I think now is our time. And I think that, like I said, in 2 years from now, they're going to say, instead of saying, oh, one show, they're done. Oh, they're a fluke. Oh, they're not going to be around. So, holy shit, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship just took over. And that's what's going to happen.
Beautiful. Great job. Really good job. Hector, my man, I want to ask you something too. Not to discredit Kendall Grove, because you got that big match coming up, but there's been some talk on social media, and some people want to see it, and I think you want it to happen too. Vandalay Silva, you see that happen?
I mean,
You in?
yeah.
You got one fight left on your contract, right?
Yeah, I would like to.
Okay.
I would like to make it 3 more weeks. It's up to date, and it's up to the president and Wanderlei Silva. I mean, so put it on.
What do you think about that, Dave?
I mean, it would be a great fight. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of talk about different matchups throughout the organization that involve Vanderlei, that involve Hector, and also let's go champ Shannon Briggs, former world heavyweight champ over there.
Let's go, champ!
So, there's some talks about him being involved in that race as well. So, we're going to see what happens. They all want to welcome. And they want to make a statement, and now's a great time for them to make a statement. And we launched our Bare Knuckle TV app. It's Bare Knuckle TV. Make sure you download that app now. It has all our library, all our different show programming, everything we have. It's going to have a lot of our future fights. It's going to have a lot of our different segments that we're going to do, like some stuff with Paige, some things with the champ over there. So download that app and see all about the future of combat sports.
Thank you, Dave. Paige, welcome to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. I wanted to ask you, welcome to Florida too, so now we're neighbors, that's pretty cool. But wanted to say, you got a great contract. I don't know, obviously, all the ins and outs of the contract, but are you able to do things outside of Bare Knuckle? Like if you wanted to help promote Bare Knuckle and yourself at the same time, can you do things like wrestling, WWE or AEW to have that kind of flexibility to get yourself out there? And would you consider that?
I don't know the complete specifics. That's something that they work through with Valsky. I'm very happy with my contract. Specifics are between managers and promoters.
Sounds good.
She has an opportunity to grow her brand and other things, but not if it involves getting punched in the face.
Understood. Okay, cool. I like it. Thank you. Thiago, my man. 2 questions for you. Part A, what are your thoughts on the Phil Baroni fight? What do you feel your advantages are that you can win this fight?
My willingness to get out there, and just live it off, in the line. I think I have that, and I'm not overlooking for Baroni. You can't overlook anybody. It's that's in there. I respect the sport too much, and we're throwing bare hands. So if you connect, somebody can. It's always 50-50. Every time second there. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the challenge. It's something new, something that I was able to spark my fire again. I am in love with this process, this new journey, and I'm ready to get in there and see how it goes. I don't really overthink much. It's very simple to me. I've done this so many times, and I'm in a really good place. Prepare myself for war, prepare myself for battle. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna do what I do, and then after that, it's still, win or lose, it's still lose. So.
All right, I like it. So I wanted, and finally, so Hector Lombard, Shannon Briggs, President Dave Feldman, Anthony Rumble, they've all been on my podcast. Will you be a guest on my podcast?
Absolutely.
Okay. Paige, will you be a guest on my podcast?
Right. Sure.
Oh, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Do we have any more questions from the video? Okay, one more.
Justin Sims, Titan Fighting Championship. What have you 3 done as far as
any kind of hand preparation now that you're gonna be fighting without gloves?
Great question, great question.
Any kind of, I mean, what are you guys doing, punching bricks at night or?
Doing the Rocky thing, punching meat.
Yeah.
Great question.
I make sure my forearms and my wrists is always strong, so I'm always doing forearms and reach exercises. Make sure my hands are strong, like punch bag with no gloves, just to make sure my wrist is strong for impact. And I'm doing everything I possibly can to make sure, this breaks whatever hits, it never breaks itself. So, you have to test it out. You can really, I can prepare as much as I can, but once, you throw, you never know where you're gonna hit, how you're gonna hit. So I'll make sure this will be still and ready to go, bulletproof, and we'll see how it goes.
Thank you, Triple. Paige, have you ever been in a fist fight, like with no gloves?
No, definitely not. But I think also on top of, conditioning your hands, I think it's just important to get it as very technical as possible. If you're hitting a target and you can see it anywhere it goes, those danger spots, hitting someone on the top of the forehead, those are the areas where you're gonna break your knuckles. You wanna just be as specific and targeted as possible. So you don't hit those high risk areas for breaking your hands. But ultimately it's, a dangerous sport, anything can happen, and you just prepare. However, I know obviously I broke my arm in fighting, you don't plan for that, but still went on and won the 3rd round with a broken arm. So no matter what happens, I think I'm gonna be really set.
Thank you, Paige. Right, good. What are you doing to prepare your hands? You have the most experience out of everybody at the table with one fight in BKFC. Was there anything you did for your last fight as far as if he breaks? What else you done? That's it.
Let me just say something on the broken hand question that you're asking. So far in 222 fighters that fought for bare knuckle fighting championship, we have 8 documented broken hands. So less broken hands than boxing or MMA combined. The difference is it's what Paige said. I think it's getting technical. It's learning how to punch and where you're supposed to punch. And some fights end up a little wild, but a lot of these fights are very technical, and they call boxing the sweet science. This is the sweetest science because you do have to pick the shots. And because of that, and I just want to elaborate on that just for one more thing, that we have less injuries totally combined, except for lacerations, than any other probably sport on the planet. And it's amazing to say that it's bare knuckle fighting. You think everybody's gonna get killed, everybody's gonna get all this head trauma. They're not getting the head trauma. They're getting lacerations. They're getting cuts. That's it. I mean, and cuts heal. Right?
Yep.
Cuts heal. Brain damage doesn't heal. Different injuries to your knee, different injuries to your elbow, to your shoulders, they don't heal properly. Cuts will heal. So I just wanted to make an exclamation point on that this is, safety is first in this organization. And the misconception on broken hands is 100% of misconception.
That's an amazing stat, David. Thank you. So you would say that the cuts are just more superficial and look like, more theatric.
I mean, nobody wants to get cut, right? I mean, who wants to get cut? Nobody wants to get cut. But I mean, if you have a chance of comparing getting cut or having your brain rattled a lot, I think you're going to take getting cut every day of the week.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Any more media?
Dave, I got 2 more for you.
Sure.
Your powers of persuasion must be great, because what is it that you do to get beautiful women to get in that ring and bang away with bare knuckles? I mean, the ladies that you have competing in bare knuckles are absolutely not only great athletes, but also beautiful women.
I think it's an opportunity for anybody, not just a beautiful woman. It's an opportunity for any man or woman right now at this stage of the company's growth and the sports growth to really catapult into superstardom, because there's not that many fighters in this organization. There's not that many fighters in this sport. So where do you have a chance to be a superstar? In a sport with a small pool of fighters or a big pool of fighters? You definitely have a better chance here. And with that being said, I think it's also word gets around. If you treat someone bad, you're going to tell a lot of people that you're treating someone bad. If you treat someone good, you're telling a lot of people you treat someone good. And we treat a lot of people really, really good. I think word's getting around about us. And I think that's why a lot of these bigger names are starting to knock on our door.
Your growth has been in leaps and bounds. Your fan base down here, bare knuckle fighting championships, is really just unbelievable. all right? Got two men here, Jim and Luis. I want them to know, can you let us know, will you have their match, their fight down here in South Florida?
It all depends on what happens with COVID, really. And in all honesty, I want it here. I would love it here, but it depends what happens. It will be in the state of Florida. 100% will be in Florida, and it will be this year. And they're gonna battle it out. It's gonna be one hell of a fight, and I really can't wait. As a fan, as everybody's been following this organization, this sports growth, they know I'm a fan first. I mean, I love this sport. I love everything about it. I built it from the ground up, and I want to see great fights. And if I don't see great fights, I voice my opinion at times. Sometimes I should just keep my mouth shut. That's what this sport's built upon. Jim Allers, 4-0, bare knuckle beast versus Luis Palomino, 2-0, fought everybody in the world. These are two unbelievable fighters that don't know how to go backward. They move forward, and when it can bust. So it's
Well, what you have here today, looking around this room, is the who's who of fight media and combat media here in South Florida. I know all of us are with bated breath waiting on this one, because all of us have tremendous affections for both of these men, right? And we sure would love to see it down here, so I'm gonna ask for it, okay? Can we get it down here?
Talk to the mayors.
Hey, one last thing, I'm not even gonna get to the mic. Can you allude to the tryouts coming up and how important they're gonna be in the growth? Because I know we have a tryout coming up August 29th in Kansas.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of those. We planned on doing those last year a lot, but some things happened. But we're gonna be doing a monthly tryout in different states that we're legal in right now. Right now, we're legal in 7 states. We should be legal in about 14 states here in the next 3 months. And then, as the dominoes fall, they will. It's a great opportunity for us. What it's gonna do is we're also going to be overseeing another organization. It's going to be called Total Line Fight Series, and it's going to be made up of different local promoters around the country that are doing very well fights. And it's going to be kind of like a minor league effect to us, where we can pick out some of our bare fight championship fighters, and those fighters from the tryouts that Nate's going to run are going to compete on those shows and then compete on the big show, bare fight championship.
Pros only, though. You're not doing any amateur bare knuckle at any time.
No, I mean, that's what you get arrested for.
Thank you, David. Thank you, everybody up on the table. Appreciate you all.
All right, all no more media questions? Okay, well, I guess at this point, we can invite you, a lot of major stuff going on, as you can see with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. So at this point, we're gonna keep you up to date on everything, whether it be the 9/11 fight, which we're so proud to present to you. Of course, in Daytona, you're like,
When we gotta see each other? Oh, that's what I'm
Also, Brian, I want to let you know that we are going to open up to a limited amount of one-on-one interviews right now for about the next 20 minutes or so, and then everybody's going to break. So if you want to catch these people, make it short and sweet, and get your interview in, because you're not going to have a chance for a while. So thank you very much to all the media for coming out. I really, really appreciate it. We're going to take one final pick, so if everybody can get up and take a pick.
You sent me one of those things. Allers and Lewis. Jim, Luis.
Can't get them up there.
Rumble. In the middle. In the middle, Rumble.
You're not the wrong.
Rumble, do your thing.
Hey, can I get you for a quick? What's taking you?
Yeah, I'll be
All right, cool. Thanks, boss. Just don't throw me in the pool.
Where you been? Where you been? Where you been at? Where were you around two? Where were you around two? Where were you around two? Your coach is not gonna fight for you. You weren't there. You weren't there. This is you right here. This is you right here.
Oh yeah?
All
Come on,
this.
man, let's go.
Look, all the ass whoopings you got in the gym
All that ass
messed
whoopings.
up your brain, man. How many ass whoopings did you get in the gym, Jim? How many ass whoopings? How many times did a school you? Even in your own world, you just
Oh, yeah?
your ass out.
Whoa.
Like,
Yo, this
come
guy
on,
is
man.
yo, this guy been knocked out too many times in MMA, man. He never gone, man. Never been knocked out. Yo, pull up this guys. Look
Check
at
this out.
16 losses in MMA. You got more losses than I got fights. Come on, man.
I only got one question.
What's the question? What's the question, champ?
Where were you when we were supposed to fight?
What happened?
No, hold on. Hold on. Round two of the tournament. Hey, you're gonna fight Jim. Jim, like, if I'm gonna fight Palomino,
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna do it for the title.
What happened when I was gonna fight?
Put the title on the
Let me
line.
see. What?
Put the title on the line, and what he does, he don't show up.
Come on.
So
What happened? Why you wouldn't show up, champ?
So
What happened?
talking
Give me the
to
mic. Give me the mic. What happened? Tell us what happened.
Let's make this fight happen.
Oh, there's no answer.
Let's make it happen in September.
Let's make it happen.
Hector, I love you, Hector.
You ain't about that life, man. That's why I got this. You got that fake shit. That's what you got, that fake shit. And I got this. Don't worry. Your coach is not gonna fight the fight for you, bro. Your coach is gonna
I can pick up the phone book and
Next time-
I got a bare knuckle coach.
So when y'all fighting? When y'all fighting? Not now.
We got the line.
You already had your chance to show up.
Chill.
Let's go run around like you do.
Let's go,
Run around. You know how Let's go.
Hey, come on. Luis.
Stop that. Stop.
Somebody go.
All right, that's it. Come on. Back it up.
Stop. That's it.
Relax, champ.
It's over.
It's over now.
This is a big fight. Chill. Let's go.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Let's go.
Call me out. Yeah, you know you have.
This dude right here. Not even just once.
You know, who wins a belt and wastes 10 minutes of their interview to call somebody out? Someone who's insecure. Someone who knows up in their head. Someone who knows they ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah, you win a belt and you call me out. And call somebody out. Who does that?
So, Jim, that got a little heated up right there, man. He gave you a little headbutt there,
I'm in
man.
his head living rent free, baby. He knows not
It's gonna be a great fight now.
Shannon Briggs, the champ. Let's go, champ.
It's gonna be a great fight now.
How excited are you to be here for Bare Knuckle, for yourself, and for all this craziness you just got to see?
This is the best thing in the world right now. I'm telling you, if you ain't watching Bare Knuckle, this man promotion, you a fool. I'm telling you straight up and down. I can't leave it alone. I'm on YouTube all day watching BKFC. I can't wait to fight, champ. I can't wait. This is not. Look what just happened.
I know.
I gotta raise my insurance limit for me.
Hey, hey, Hector.
Look at this.
Hector.
This is what I'm bringing to the table, champ.
Yep.
This is what I'm bringing to the table.
Right there,
You
kid.
see that?
Yep.
I'm bringing that to the table, champ.
Thanks, Chip.
Anybody.
Hector.
Anybody.
I'll see you soon. Nice meeting you, man.
Hector, so when all that crazy broke out up there, you were a little excited. Jim and Luis, man, how excited are you for them guys to fight?
I got my piece.
Don't throw you in the pool, right?
Look at this.
I don't want to look at that.
I'm peace.
You don't need that.
I'm always within my piece.
I know, but you got this here.
Don't worry about it.
Lift your hand up.
I got my
You got
piece.
that piece right there. Listen, we just tuned in for we'll see you soon. Anthony. So, I heard Gary got to talk to this man. G Key, the fight analyst. All right, here, just stand right there. It's cool. So I'm here with Anthony Rumble Johnson down at the BKFC press conference. He just got to do a little security work, keeping Jim Ellers and Luis Palomino separated. But I want to talk about you. I mean, now that you're going back to the UFC, you know, why was now the right time for you to make your move?
I just had some. Hold up.
Why was now the time for you to announce going back in the pool? Because you won't be able to fight till February of next year.
Honestly, honestly, you know, I was doing the whole bodybuilding thing, so I just had to let my system clear, and there's no other way around it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real with everything. That's what it is. It was never about dumbass stuff like John going up there heavyweight and DC retiring, so I'm coming back now for that. It was never anything like that. I announced that I was coming back before DC was talking about retirement, before John went up to heavy, you know, decided to go to heavyweight. Man, I'm here just having a good time. That's what it's all about to me, and just, you know, finishing the task at hand.
Yep.
Regardless of who's there and who's not. I'm here to fight. I'm here to do what I love to do. You know, people are gonna talk. So what? You know, everybody got an asshole and all of them stink stuff. So, you know, it's just, you know, I'm just here, man, enjoying myself right now. I'm 36. I've seen what the sport was like whenever I was 24. I see what the sport is like now. I just feel like coming back, beating up some people, making money, and calling it a day. I just feel like I haven't cemented my legacy yet.
I appreciate you taking a few minutes. I know you're busy up here today with BKFC because you're still part of this family.
Yeah, I'm still going to bare knuckle, man. You know, bare knuckle is, I don't fight for him at all.
Not yet.
People don't get it confused just because you see me with the shirt on. I definitely support him. Dave's my guy. He's had my back more than anybody I've ever worked for. You know what I mean? You know, like Dave said, you treat people right. Like people, the word spreads. Yeah, and Dave definitely treats people right. Treats them better than what they should.
He treats them better than right.
Yeah. So, and who want to lead back? You know, we have somebody like Dave, they're not going to have your back.
Well, thanks, Anthony, for taking the time, man. I'll let you get to your thing. Always good to see you, my friend.
Yes,
see those knuckles right there? One day, kids, we might see those in BKFC.
Yeah, Rumble was in the mix. Oh.
You said I can have her, right? Cool. I want to do it in front of the banner. So, yeah, go ahead and step in. I'm going to step in with you. Hey, Steve, are we centered up in here? You look
You're
good?
centered, but you got this thing.
I don't care about that thing. Oh, you mean to more this way?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I want them to be kind of close, so we're good. It's all right. Right?
Yeah, that is nice.
Keep it chill, homie. All right, guys, I am standing here now with Paige Van Zandt. First of all, I want to shake your hand.
Yeah,
Honored
thanks
to
for
meet
the
you. I mean,
stadium.
I want to apologize for all the stupid people out there who go, the pretty girl's gonna get punched in the face. Have you guys seen her fight in the UFC? There's an iconic picture of her covered in blood, and she was smiling. So the combat, the fighting part, you have no fear of fighting. This is what you do. It doesn't matter if it's bare knuckle arena or if it's wrestling or if it's jujitsu or anything. You go into it full steam ahead because it's your passion. You said, you alluded in the press conference that this has been in your heart. What was the thing that really put this in your heart to say that I want to take the gloves off? I mean, there had to be a moment, and I don't think we quite. I don't think you mentioned that moment during the press conference. I would love to hear that, and then I'll let you go because I know everybody else wants to talk to you.
Honestly, there's a few different moments. Obviously, I love MMA. It's still a huge passion of mine. But in my career, it was kind of like a stale moment where I was like, I need to find that passion, that spark again. With injuries and with my UFC career, I think I was part of the UFC for 6 years, almost maybe longer. And at that point, when you've been in kind of the same repetitive work for so long, it can just get a little dry. And I'm so excited now that it's, a new gym, a new contract, a new promotion. I just get to start with new management, everything's brand new, and it's like such passion in me. I'm excited to be here, and I think it's going to show a lot of success. And when you passion what you love, when you love what you do, you're going to have success at it. And I'm really excited about this opportunity.
And I don't know, you were outside doing a couple interviews, just got heated up in here.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
So yeah, Jim Aller's the bare knuckle beast who's 4-0, and Louis Palmini was the champ. Just got a heated confrontation at the press conference, even though it wasn't their press conference today. This is the craziest shenanigans of fighting. So are you ready for all of it? Because the bare knuckle people they're a little different than the MMA fan base, even though they all have combat sports, they're a little different. And even the fighters and the athletes themselves, they're like Anthony Johnson was saying, they are a different group of people. And is that your hubby over there? Are you going to practice? Are you going to be practicing on him?
Yeah, we definitely train together, and we help each other out along our career. But ultimately, I signed with this promotion because I feel like I'm a part of it. I'm meant to be this animal. I'm in here because it's who I am. That's him. He had a good sparring session today. Obviously, he's got one guy. But yeah, we train together. Obviously, we're excited that I'm, with this promotion. And
obviously, your wife's a fighter. You knew that going in and everything. What was your thoughts when she said, "Hey, babe, I'm going to take the gloves, go bare knuckle, and just go to the purest form of combat sport out there"?
To be honest, I was skeptical.
Hold on, like Austin Vandenberg, guys, that's Paige's husband.
Yeah,
lucky guy.
Yeah,
undefeated Bellator fighter.
Undefeated Bellator fighter.
To be honest, I was skeptical at first, for sure. And we ironically had talked about me jumping before I signed with Bellator, and we talked about if I fought a bare knuckle fight or whatever, and we're like, we don't know, that was I think that was right after the Lombard and night fight, and we're like, I don't know. So
crazy night.
Yeah, to have her doing it, I think talking with Dave and just seeing everything in the family, and I feel I'm super supportive, and I'm excited. I'm excited for her. I know how excited she is to do this, and she truly has sparked a new passion for herself, and it's gonna be a fun journey. And we love fighting, all sorts of it, all combat sports, and this is gonna be fun.
You guys are adorable. I just gotta tell you. Did she pop your shiner there?
Oh, she did. Yeah. I got these big eyebrows.
Like, listen, I got a number you can call if she keeps doing that. No. Since you're here, what about you? What's next for you? Got anything coming up?
Yeah. I'm
not trying to steal your wife's shine, but you're here.
No.
I gotta take advantage of the opportunity, man.
Yeah, I'm fighting September 11th or 12th. Yeah, for Bellator. Yeah, so we actually just got an opponent today, and we've had kind of a stressful week with going back and forth some things. I can't yet. I haven't signed anything. Yeah, so. I will tell. I promise. Literally got. To be honest, we got it like.
Hey, if you don't ask, you don't get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So.
And what about you to move down here to American Top Team, South Florida, and everything? It's a whole new world for all of you guys, and I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to step out so you guys can answer it together. But just give us your thoughts on being down here in South Florida, how long you've been here, and all that. And then when you're done saying all that, give each other a smooch for the camera.
So we've been here about 3 weeks now. We've been living in a hotel room for a month.
Yeah.
We officially just rented an apartment yesterday.
Yeah.
We're really excited, to be here. I feel like this is the ultimate. We're an affiliate of American Top Team in Oregon, but this obviously is the mecca for combat sports. If you want to grow in the sport, this is where you need to be. It was a big career move for myself, but I think even bigger for him. He just kind of outgrew the opportunities we had and the tools we had back home and needed to be tested, and this is the gym to be tested in.
Yeah, I think, we have a great team and a set of coaches back in Portland, but, to be the very best, we got such a short time in this sport, and I think we both, realize that and want to take advantage of all the opportunities and be as successful as we can. And we felt like American Top Team here is the absolute best, and we got great coaches, great training partners, and we're super excited. It's a new journey for us, but we're doing it together. And we left our family back at home, but we got each other, and we're excited.
That's awesome. All right, now the smooch.
Yeah.
Oh wait, come back in. You got to get this camera, the smooch on camera. We need that for the website. And listen, I just want to say, welcome to South Florida.
Thank you so much.
I used to live down here. I live in Tampa now. But you guys, awesome man for Paige Van Zandt, new chapters in both their lives down here in South Florida. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us here at K-Town with Christopher James. And good luck when you get your first fight. Good luck on September 12th.
Yep.
You still want something?
Yeah.
If you don't ask, you don't get it, right? Thank you so much.
It's I'm from Alaska.
Did you get one more?
Alaska.
I'm from Boston, I can't stand it.
Thank you. That's my buddy Steve from Fighting.
Oh, no, you
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me here at BKFC press conference, right here at American Top Team in Coconut Creek. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream of Allers and Palomino. We brought it all to you live right here at Coconut Creek. Garrett, GK. I just want to shout my man GK, Garrett Kerman, the fight analyst. Check him out, the fight analyst. He had a bad week this week. We all did on the UFC card, but shit like that happens. But anyway, so Garrett, man, your first press event, right? Good times, right? Got to see craziness and everything. Craziness. Guys, you're not going to want to miss that fight. You're not going to want to miss it. All right, guys, well, listen up. For my man GK, Garrett Kerman, the fight analyst, I am Christopher James. You've been cage side. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again real soon. Peace. We out. Yep. Do it. Yeah.